What happened in the first part of the film is that Newt managed to catch the evil wizard Grindelwald because he wanted to destroy the world of ordinary humans, and no one could ever handle him. The second part begins now. Grindelwald becomes imprisoned in the prison of the American Ministry of Magic. Strong and strict protection surrounds him. A man from the European Ministry of Magic comes to take him to be judged there for the crimes that he committed. When they took him, all the prisoners kept cheering his name. He clearly has great popularity among the criminals. The administration employee gives Grindelwald things like his magic wand and his very important chain. The carriage immediately shackles him as soon as he boarded it, and the horses fly with it under the rain. Strict guards follow them, but this employee turns out to have a secret and quickly flies behind them. The person who appears to be Grindelwald is not Grindelwald. He switches places with the employee to deceive them all and make an escape plan. He begins to attack all the guards one after the other, but he cannot open the protected carriage door. Therefore, he drives it himself, takes it to the water surface, fills it with water from inside, and then flies with it again. He seems to want something important from inside, and he continues to hit the guards who remain behind him with lightning to get rid of them. He then manages to break the door and enters to take the chain from the employee's mouth. He tells him, "You chose the right path thus, and you will now also know a little about the secret of this chain." He then throws the European man from above. The man manages to catch himself with his magic before he reaches the water, but the evil wizard Grindelwald has already escaped. The film's hero, this Newt, stays in the European Ministry of Magic and plays with the good Niffler that attaches to him closely. His ex, Leta, arrives here. He loved her in his school days, but she left him and went to his brother. She tells him, "Your brother Theseus will be happy if you stay in the ministry." His brother comes and tells him, "Open your mind and give them a chance because this is the 5th time they have tried with you." The relationship between the brothers is clearly not the best, especially after Theseus got engaged to his girlfriend. In the ministry administration meeting, they tell him, "You caused very many problems in America in the past part, and you became banned from travel." They immediately silence him when he comes to tell them, "I did not do anything. On the contrary, I saved them from evil." They tell him, "We can cancel this problem if you join the Ministry of Magic and stay with us, specifically in your brother's department. Otherwise, you will remain completely banned from travel." He knows that they are twisting his arm to make him join them and tells them, "Impossible." They then begin to tell him that the world of magic and the world of ordinary people have been living in peace for years. But the evil Grindelwald wants to destroy this stability and destroy the world of ordinary people. The problem is that many people from the magic world have begun to look at this evil wizard as a hero. They also believe that the young Credence, who has terrible evil power inside him, is the one who will help him in his plan. Newt wonders and tells him, "You make me feel that Credence is alive." His brother tells him, "Yes, he turned out alive from the past war. He managed to survive and became a miracle of the fighting, but he managed to escape to Europe, and we do not know where he is now." Newt understands here that they want him to search for Credence and also kill him. An annoying man appears, mocking Newt and telling him, "You are still the same. I will take your place in this mission." Newt stands and leaves, and they tell him, "You are thus still banned from travel." His brother comes behind him, angry, and tells him, "You must choose a side to stand with." Newt tells him, "I do not choose sides," and hugs him before he leaves. He secretly tells him, "They are watching you." The annoying man takes the job instead of Newt. We go to France and find Grindelwald standing and smelling the house that he will stay in. He likes the smell of this house. His men enter and quickly finish off the people of the house, taking them out in coffins afterward. When he enters, he tells them, "We are not monsters. Our dream needs this." But he hears a child's voice in the room sitting alone, and they also finish him like his family. They are clearly not monsters at all. Here, Newt walks in the street and realizes that a man from the ministry is walking behind him, spying on him. He quickly escapes from him and makes some storms to turn him back from the path. Suddenly, he finds a thestral flying in front of him and pointing toward him. He greets it and takes it with him to Dumbledore, his professor from magic school days, who fills the city with fog so that they can descend and walk together in it. Dumbledore turns out to be the one who sent him to America in the first part, because he knew that Newt was the only one who could handle the battle. He quickly takes Newt and escapes from the spy, who was also watching them. They pull the light from the lamps so that they hide from him in the darkness. The evil Grindelwald's visions come to him about what happened long ago. The vision shows that the obscurest beast is the one who will kill Grindelwald's most dangerous enemy, and that most dangerous enemy turns out to be Dumbledore himself, who now stands with Newt. The beast that Grindelwald wants exists inside Credence. Dumbledore had sent Newt to America because of that, not to kill Credence, but to protect him from the crazy evil. They move once more, and he tells him that Credence is now in Paris, trying to search for his real family. The wizards keep passing a rumor among them that he is the last child in a rare, pure-blood lineage, meaning Lita's brother, whom Newt loved. However, this talk is not true. He must find him now, because he is in danger, or because he makes danger for people with his power. He gives Newt a card that will take him to a house in France, so that if he wants any help or a place to stay in, and quickly escapes from the place. Newt keeps telling him, "No, I am banned from travel, and you will thus imprison me all my life," and also asks him, "Why do you not do this yourself?" Dumbledore tells him, "I cannot face Grindelwald. You must be the one who faces him." Newt tells him, "Okay," takes the card from him and leaves, pretending to be prohibited. But Dumbledore was tempting him and leaves him the card with the Thestral and then returns to his house again. He finds the Light being kidnapped. This turns out to be the son of the thief, who loves to steal everything shiny. And his brother also. Newt makes a move and catches the two and puts them in his pocket at once. The third of them quickly passes on the bottle cap in front of him and descends behind him into the basement, where he made a world dedicated to all the magical creatures that he rescues, like a reserve for them. This is his assistant, Bunty, who goes to catch the third and takes them all to their cage so that they stop stealing. Newt notices that she got hurt from a creature that he had actually warned her not to approach because it is dangerous, and he goes and dives to it himself. The creature is some algae in the shape of a seahorse, and he remains flying with it in the heart of the water, but comes out playing with it. Newt comes out of the water and gives it the treatment and its food until they hear a sound above in the house. He tells Bunty, "Go take a vacation every little while," but she does not agree, and quickly comes out to see who entered the house. They are Jacob and Queenie, the surprise, whom he met in America in the first part. Newt was surprised that Jacob's memory was not erased, as they were supposed to do, but Jacob told him, the bad memories are the ones that get erased, but I remembered everything as soon as I saw Queenie after she came to my shop because her memories are sweet." The two are happy now because they will marry, so Newt quickly comes out searching for Tina, her sister, but she did not come with them, it turns out. Queenie tells him that she and her sister are quarreling because she does not agree that she marries an ordinary human, because this is of course forbidden in the magic world, and Tina works in the Ministry of Magic. They also let him know that Tina got upset from him when she knew that he got engaged to Lita and saw his picture in the news. He told her, "No, this is not me. This is my brother Theseus, who got engaged to her and will marry her." But Tina already saw her life with another one after she saw the news and ignored Newt, who loved her. Jacob keeps behaving strangely every little while. Newt spoke in his thoughts because Queenie actually reads thoughts and told her, "You enchanted him and brought him here forcibly against his will." She told him, "Sure no, it did not happen." He quickly stands and begins to remove her magic from him. Jacob turns out not to know what is happening and came here forcibly, not by his will. Queenie will not be Queenie then, and she gets upset quickly. He went behind her to try to understand. She wants him to marry her, but this is forbidden because wizards cannot marry ordinary people, and both will be imprisoned if anyone knew. The magic world is actually hidden and does not want to be exposed among ordinary people. Jacob keeps explaining this to her, but she is not convinced at all, nor wants to accept this situation, and sees that he is a coward. She reads his thoughts, where he says that she is crazy and quickly leaves him and leaves without him speaking. Newt finds a torn message in her place from her sister Tina, telling her in it that she went to Paris. Jacob descends to him below in the basement and finds him preparing the bag and everything so that he will go to Paris searching for Tina and also Credence. Jacob told him, "Yes, and Queenie will have gone to her, and I will find her there." Newt and Jacob prepare to travel, the two of them, and he takes with him the thief children and the thief personally also and took them in the same bag at the same time. In Paris, Tina goes passing from a secret place belonging to magic and goes to their side that is isolated from the side of ordinary people, and there is a kind of magic circus. Credence, whom they are searching for, is inside, and Nagini also, who transforms into a snake at night and deals like animals here. He clearly loved her and tells her, "We will escape tonight from this abomination." But the abomination reached them and controls them and tells him, "Stay away from her. Go prepare the strange beast for the show." The circus owner begins to present Nagini and tells the people, her blood is cursed and transforms into a beast, and keeps waiting for her to transform in front of the people so that they laugh at her and wonder. But she does not do it, until suddenly she transforms into a snake once. Credence frees creatures that light fire from her tail, and she attacked the circus owner, and the place began to burn. Tina also sees a big beast like a lion that has a tail being freed in front of them and quickly escapes from the place. The circus owner, the wizard, and his ghoul begin to already collect the mat and leave from this country. But Tina comes to ask him about Credence. So he told her, "This one searches for his mother. All those who are with me think themselves will go to their families, but he exploits them all in reality." Credence managed to escape this time with the snake girl. She sees one standing behind her and went to speak with him. His name is Yusuf Kama, and he searches for Credence like her because he is his relative, according to the rumors that came out. He tells her, "If I showed you something that clarifies the truth of Credence and prevents the ministry from killing him, will you leave him?" She told him, "Maybe." So he told her, "Then come with me." At the same time, Grindelwald does his work so that he reaches Credence's location, who keeps searching for his real mother, and tells his men, "This is our victory key." One of his men wonders and tells him, "The most dangerous person to our cause is Dumbledore. You can go and finish him." The man wonders and falls silent and does not know how to reply to him because Dumbledore is very dangerous. So Grindelwald tells them, Credence is the only one who can stand in Dumbledore's face and finish him. Here he spoke and tells him he can really kill Dumbledore because this is the strongest wizard, and this man appears afraid of him. But these two walk here. Newt keeps talking about Tina and is nervous and does not know what to do also because she is with another one higher than him in position. So Jacob reassures him that everything will be fine. They arrive at the smuggler who will take them to France, and Newt pays so that he does not tell anyone that he traveled. They immediately enter the heart of the bucket and finally arrive quickly to Paris and pass from the magic door to the magic side. He immediately begins to lift fingerprints with his magic so that he sees everything that happened in this place before. He saw Tina and also licked the ground so that he could hear and see the Chinese lion with a tail who can transfer to another place with one jump. He then knew the place where Tina stood, and a strange person came behind her, and this feather fell from him here. The feather already flies behind her so that she guides them to the place of this strange person. They quickly run behind her. At the same time, Queenie goes to strange stairs so that she descends to the French Ministry of Magic because she wants to meet her sister Tina, but her name is not in the records, and her bag falls, and she is nervous. This old woman passes in front of her, but she turns out to be one of Grindelwald's followers, and they are coming here so that they steal a strange box. Queenie came out when she heard Jacob speaking as he passed in the street, and quickly ran and tried to catch him. But he was walking quickly, and she could not reach him. She sat crying under the rain, and she was upset until this woman, who is following the evil wizard, came to her and took her with her. At the same time, Credence goes to the place where he knew his mother was, but he was surprised when he entered to find that she does not resemble her at all. She turns out to be his nanny and tells him, "You are a beautiful boy." But the annoying man from the ministry arrived and came out passing from the wall normally and immediately went and held Nagini's hand and imprisoned her in the wall so that he could attack Credence. But he hit the woman and she died. He quickly made protection for himself because Credence transformed and began to destroy everything and attacks him with Obscurus. But the annoying man remained steady until he brought in a backup and quickly escaped. The two found the nanny already dead before he could know anything from her about his family. The annoying man actually turns out to be a spy in the ministry for the benefit of the evil Grindelwald, who tells him, "Watch Credence and protect him because it is in all our interest." These two remained sitting with the feather until the man they are searching for quickly arrived. The feather guided to him and stopped him. Newt asks him about Tina and tells him that she is from the ministry and they are coming to search for her. So he told him, "Okay, come with me." They go to a place like sewers under the city, and Tina was actually there, But this turned out to be a trap made by Yusuf Kama, and he imprisoned them all. He then goes to finish off Credence first, but something strange happens to him, and he faints. The good Niffler manages to open the door lock for them. Tina tells them that she wants a living compass so that he knows the place of Credence. But they hear the sound of the lion with a tail above. Newt comes out to him because he is causing anxiety above and scaring people. But Newt, the beast tamer, is the one who can handle him and managed to control him with a small toy and entered him inside the bag. But the Ministry people in Europe go to his old school so that they can speak with Dumbledore because they know that he knows Grindelwald well and that he is the one behind Newt's arrival there also because he wants him to protect Credence. And this does not please them. But this head of the European Ministry wants him to fight Grindelwald himself, of course, because he is as strong as him. But Dumbledore tells them, no, I cannot. So he told him, because you were friends long ago, you must fight him, O Dumbledore. He told him, I cannot again. The head of the ministry stands and puts bracelets on him so that he watches him all the time and knows the magic that he does, and called Theseus after he left and told him, if Grindelwald makes a rebellion or a meeting, do not go there. Trust me. At the same time, Lita walks in the school. It turns out that this is her old school, where she was suffering from bullying, and where she also knew Newt, who was sitting with his magical animals all the time. Her professor, Dumbledore, comes to speak with her, and she tells him, I know that you never loved me because I am evil. And the issue of the rumors that came out that Credence is her brother annoys her very much, and this reminds her of difficult, painful memories. The professor tries to help her get through the situation and tells her, I lost a lot like you, and I was not hating you or anything. Queenie is still sitting in Paris with the strange woman, who did not agree to let her walk until she meets the evil Grindelwald, and managed to lure her here so that he plays with her mind and convinces her that she should stand with him and that she can marry Jacob, whom she loves, when they make their plan and make the wizards control the world. But Dumbledore goes to stand in front of the mirror and remembers when he and his friend Grindelwald pledged with blood that they will never fight each other. Newt and the others were actually existing with him in his friend's house in France, the one he told Newt about, but inside the bag because Newt entered to deal with the Chinese lion with a tail, who clearly is very difficult. Jacob calls him and tells him, Master, Tina is sitting here alone. The beast lifts him with its claws when he holds the chain and removes the spell from him and frees him, and then came out from the bag to Tina, who keeps dealing with him with all formality from the time they met, and asks him to treat Yusuf Kama, and he actually managed to treat him. She immediately leaves the place so that she avoids talking with him. So Jacob told him, Master, what are you waiting for? Go behind her quickly. But they found the whole city being covered with something like a black shawl before he could explain to her that he still did not get engaged. This means that the evil Grindelwald summons all his followers, and Queenie herself passes from the shawl and goes to him. Tina says, thus he is already coming for Credence. Newt told her, okay, come quickly. We go to the French Ministry of Magic. There is a box there with the truth of Credence, and it will help us. But Grindelwald already goes to Credence on the surface and plays on his mind with words, as every time, and tells him, everything I do is for you, my dear, and gives him a paper with the address of the place and tells him, you will know your truth there. Jacob stands here, shocked from sleep, and he is hungry, and he finds the house owner behind him, who now lives hundreds of years and made like goblins to the degree that Jacob greets him. Benefit multiplies with him. He stands and takes him to a magic ball and sees in it Credence and Queenie, who also went to the same place as Grindelwald at the tomb. Jacob is excited and told her, Queenie, I am coming to you, and broke the old man's hand again and quickly pulled her before he knew that a disaster would happen there. The old man opens a book with a visual message recorded in it from one telling him, you must go help them. But Newt changes his shape here to his brother Theseus because he is wanted for arrest in the ministry. He did not know that Theseus was existing at the same time in the same place. The head of the ministry orders him to go to the location of the evil wizard in the meeting that he made and arrest his men. Dumbledore had told him, do not go there, he remembered. But he sees his brother here in front of him and escapes from him, and his appearance returns to Newt again. But the alarm device worked because he is wanted for arrest, and Theseus is also coming running behind him. These two block his strike, and Tina got angry from this move and stood shackling him in the chair. The box came out with the evil wizard's men, the problem, and hid it in the place that Credence was told about because they are basically luring him there. Jacob arrives outside to the same place of the tombs, but someone fixes him from behind with the wand. But these two are still going to see the box and do not know that it is basically in the tombs with the evil wizard. Newt exploits the situation when they are alone and tells her, "I still did not get engaged. This was my brother Theseus." Leda also comes to the same place so that she can see her box, but the librarian's appearance is not smooth and she keeps watching them. The important thing is that Leda makes the library move so that she can see her box. These two cling to one of the shelves, but what Leda requested came out by chance. Her box was stolen from the place, and she found a message in its place telling that the box is in the tombs. But she saw Newt's good Niffler before she leaves, so she makes the shelf spin so that she finds them hanging in front of her. The librarian arrives here with the wild magic cats, and Newt tells them, "These are devil souls guarding the ministry." She had already done it before he tells her that they will increase more if she hit it. She escaped with them quickly and began to run from them among the library and finds a bag in front of them. The lion with a tail came out from it here on Newt and kept hitting them and tries to escape from them, but these cats keep increasing and became running everywhere, and they are also not agreeing to leave him. The lion with the tail stands using its power and transfers to another place outside the ministry. The cats returned normal again as soon as they came out outside their place, and the lion with the tail remained loving Newt and playing with him. When they entered inside the tombs, they found that Yusuf Kama is the one who fixed Jacob and also Credence, and the girl who is with him, and she turns out to know him. Kama is her big brother, the surprise. So Credence told her, "Then I am the one who has no name nor history." Kama stood telling him, "You are like us," and began to tell the story from its beginning. His father, Mustafa Kama, the pure-blood wizard, made a beautiful family with his wife and had a son, who was he, Yusuf Kama, until a French pure-blood came and loved Mustafa's woman and enchanted her so that he would take her from him after she had already given birth to Yusuf Kama. But the Frenchman married her, and she died after she gave birth to a second girl, who is Leta. Mustafa, the father, stood from the intensity of sorrow before he died and commanded his son that he avenge and kill the most important person in the life of the Frenchman. But Leda was not the one because the Frenchman never loved her and then married again by 3 months and had a second son and loved this son very much, more than himself. Credence told him, "Meaning I am his son whose name is Corvus." So Kama told him, "Yes, but your father gave you to your nanny as soon as he knew that I would avenge and kill you and sent you on a ship to America. But the ship sank with you, and how you remained alive I do not know, but you must die here." Leda exploded with words and told him, "This talk is not true. Corvus, my brother, died, and I killed him with my hands." She brought her box so that she could show them the family tree that her French father made, which has all the male pictures in the family in it. She tells them that her father sent her to America, with the nanny also, and the ship began to sink during the storm. She stood and took her brother Corvus, who was crying, and switched him with another child in the room that was in front of them. The nanny came here from outside and stood and took her and her brother so that they could go out to ride the rescue boat from the water. The other boat overturned in front of them, and the woman was in it, and the real child Corvus, who is her brother, was with her. But he drowns in front of her eyes in the heart of the water, and she cannot reach him. They see Corvus's picture in front of them in the family tree, and it is extinguishing. And this means that he is really dead. Leda has been carrying his guilt on her neck since that time, but this means that Credence is not their brother at all. A door suddenly opened to the place of Grindelwald's meeting, and all his followers gathered in it. Jacob sees Queenie and quickly goes to her and tells her, "Come so that we escape from here." But she tells him, "No, wait until we see what his words will be." But Newt and Tina knew that this was a trap and they must escape from the place, but the followers surround them and take them among them. Grindelwald comes out to deceive all these people with sweet words, as every time, about the freedom of magic and that they are the most important and strongest. But he tells them, "Be careful. I do not hate ordinary people also." At the same time, the ministry people arrived at the place, and Theseus is with them, who tells them, "I want you to arrest all the people calmly and do not harm anyone," and began to enter among them with all calm. One of them defended herself before one of them hit her, so Grindelwald went to her, and our sweet thief stood going to him also. He then stands and tells everyone, "Spread and deliver my message to every place." They actually began to transfer one after the other from the place until all left, and he stands making a circle of fire here that only his true followers enter. He began to also convince the ministry investigators of magic, but did not find benefit, and began to push the fire on them that destroyed them. Credence decides to go with him so that he knows what his truth is, and the fire prevents Newt from going to catch him. Queenie was also deceived with words and thought that he is her salvation and the truth, and stood going with him and abandoned Jacob. Newt and his brother then attack with fire until Leda stopped it, and he was thinking that she would join with him, but she betrayed him as soon as he turned his face and blocked the betrayal. He managed to finish her and burn her in front of her fiancé Theseus, who was trying to fight and reach her, but her life ends. They began to escape from the place because the fire spreads and expands behind them and kept escaping from it, and reached the old man also and told them, "Quickly, make a circle and hit the wand in the ground before the fire destroys the whole city." They actually divided and made their power in the ground so that they faced the fire with fire and contained it in its place, and kept trying with their power until they finally managed to win over it and end it together. Newt suddenly finds the honey thief coming to him with the chain that he stole from the evil Grindelwald so that they can go to Dumbledore afterward. Grindelwald goes at the same time with a gift wand to Credence. Newt gives Dumbledore the gift, the blood pact chain, and tells him, "You were pledged that you do not fight him. You can destroy it now and kill him." But Grindelwald tells Credence, "You are Dumbledore's son." The surprise was, so he stands bringing out his power and destroying the mountain. And the second part ends. Thank you for watching.